and Real Madrid is going to face Atletico Madrid. Wow, very tough game, very tough game. Atletico Madrid have always suffered in the hands of Real Madrid in the Champions League. Can they get past Real Madrid this time around? Almost impossible. Very. I don't want to say impossible. It's almost impossible getting for Atletico Madrid to get past Real Madrid with some what Madrid did to Man City in the playoffs. Thursday night, the playoffs for the Europa League and the Conference League were concluded, and today, Friday, the draws for the Conference League, Europa League, and the Champions League have been done. All teams that made it to the knockout stages all now know their opponents. Before we get into all the teams and all the fixtures in the Conference League, Europa League, and Champions League, let's talk about Thursday night. On Thursday night, four Nigerian players were involved in the Europa League and Conference League respectively. Let's start with Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen for Galatasaray. Unfortunately, Galatasaray were knocked out by AZ Alkmaar 6-3 on aggregate. The game ended 2-2. Victor Osimhen scored a beautiful goal in the 66th minute, but it wasn't enough. The loss 3-6 to AZ Alkmaar. And from Galatasaray to another Turkish team that played a 2-all draw, Fenerbahce played a 2-all draw with Anderlecht but qualified for the knockout stages, winning on aggregate 5-2. Osayi Samuel featured in this one. Played for 67 minutes, had a decent game, picked up a yellow card, and helped Fenerbahce go through to the knockout stage. Rafiu Drosimi, who has been on a very long injury, he's back. He featured for Victoria Pleasant against Ferencvaros in a 3-0 win against Ferencvaros and 3-1 win on aggregate. Drosimi scored and assisted, played 54 minutes, had a very decent game, helping Victoria Pleasant to the knockout stage. Another Nigerian player in the Conference League, Daniel Daga, who recently moved from Enyimba to Modi FK, featured in the closing minutes, in the extra time of the game. Modi led the game 1-0 against Shamrock Rovers, and it was 1-1 on aggregate for all 90 minutes. Nothing could separate these two teams after 90 minutes. They played extra time, and Modi picked up the winning penalties. Daniel Daga came on in the extra time, and he played 20 minutes, had 2 shots on target, and converted his penalty. Beautiful taking penalty to help Modi through to the knockout stage. So guys, let's move on to the fixtures for the Europa League. Anyways, let's start with the Conference League before we move on to the Europa League. So these are the Conference League fixtures. Chelsea got a very good draw. They'll be playing Copenhagen in the round of 16. Modi will be playing Legia, and the winner of Modi and Legia game is going to play the winner of the Chelsea Copenhagen round of 16 game. And Fiorentina are going to play Panathinaikos, while Real Betis will play Victoria de Guimaraes. And the teams to watch out for in the Conference League knockout stage at the moment: Real Betis, Fiorentina, and of course Chelsea FC. Now let's move on to the Europa draw. This is what the draw looks like. Ajax will be facing Eintracht Frankfurt. AZ Alkmaar will be facing Tottenham Hotspur. Bordeaux will be facing Olympiacos. We've got Fenerbahce, who will be facing Rangers. Real Sociedad are going to face Manchester United. This is going to be a very tough game for Manchester United. I don't see them making it past Real Sociedad. It's going to be a very interesting game to watch. Let's move on to the Champions League draw, and let's look at the fixtures we've got. Bayern Munich facing Bayer Leverkusen. This is a very big game. I think this is very unfair to both sides facing each other early in the competition. This would have been way more better if it were in the quarterfinal or maybe semi-final. I think both sides would have wanted to meet each other early on in the Champions League knockout stages. Very big game. Very big game. Benfica will play Barcelona. Dortmund will play Lille. Club Brugge Brugge will play Aston Villa, Feyenoord will play Inter Milan. And another big game, PSG are going to face Liverpool. Big game to watch. PSV Eindhoven will face Arsenal. I think this is a relatively good tie for Arsenal. And Real Madrid is going to face Atletico Madrid. Wow, very, very tough game. Very tough game. Atletico Madrid have always suffered in the hands of Real Madrid in the Champions League. Can they get past Real Madrid this time around? Almost impossible. Very, very. I don't want to say impossible. It's almost impossible getting for Atletico Madrid to get past Real Madrid with some what Madrid did to Man City in the playoffs and the you know how Madrid plays in the Champions League. They always go all out. They always go all out, and it's going to be a really really good game, great game to watch in the round of 16. So guys, we've come to the business end of the Champions League, the Europa, and the Conference League. Which teams are you looking at in, especially in the Champions League? Do you think Liverpool can get past PSV? What do you think about Arsenal PSV Eindhoven game? Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen. What's your predictions on that one? It's very tough game to call. And in the Europa League, do you think Manchester United will get past Real Sociedad? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and support us. Help us reach 10,000 subscribers. So guys, see you in the next one. Cheers.